again and again. Right. We are moved to our first heading, that is trade. Very easy. Okay, I will tell. Trade means buying and selling goods and services. Right? What is trade? Trade means buying and selling goods and services. Very simply, you have to understand that is buying and selling of goods and services. That means what? Trade. But trade என்று சொன்னா என்னென்றால் buying and selling இருக்க வேணும். என்னத்துடைய buying and selling goods and services. In simple term, trade can be explained as purchasing and selling of products. Right? In trade, the ownership of a good is transferred from one party to another. Right? When we do purchasing and selling, the time ownership of good is transferred from one party to another. Right? When I sell a product to you, that time the ownership of my good is transferred to who? To you, no? So that is the ownership transformation. Right? When we do buy and selling, that time ownership of good is transferred. Right? This transfer occurs based on a monetary value. Right? When I sell the product, you will pay money to me. Right? That time the transfer occurs based on what? Monetary value. Right? Monetary value. Next one, trade has expanded its scope into domestic and international areas. The categories of trade can be depicted as follows. So in here, you have to understand clearly. Trade we already studied. What is trade? Buy and selling of goods and services. Next one, the types of trade. First of all, domestic trade. Right? Second one, international trade. Right? What? One type of trade, what? Domestic trade. Second one is international trade. உண்டு என்னது உள்நாட்டு வியாபாரம் domestic trade. இது வந்து சர்வதேச வியாபாரம் international trade. Right? Okay. This domestic trade going to be two. One is retail trade. Second one is wholesale trade. Retail என்று சொல்றது சில்லறை வியாபாரம். Wholesale trade என்று சொல்றது மொத்த வியாபாரம். Right? We will study in next, right? Okay. We will see. And also this international trade also going to do. One, import trade. Another one is export trade. Import means இறக்குமதி வியாபாரம். Also export trade means ஏற்றுமதி வியாபாரம். Right? First heading in this part, that is domestic trade. Domestic trade. What is domestic trade? நீங்க விளங்கினதை சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம். What is domestic trade?
The trade which occurs within a country.
Within a country. Yes, simple word is within a country. You are doing buy and sell. That is called as what? Trade. The trade within a country, that is domestic trade. That is very, very simple. Right? And also in domestic trade, payment can be made in the currency used in the country. You are doing buy and sale in Sri Lanka. What currency you will use? Nirtika? Rupees, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And also when we do your buy and sell in America, what currency you use? Dollars. Which means the currency used in the country. Right? Domestic trade occurs in different ways. One is retail trade and also wholesale trade. Right? Retail trade and wholesale trade. Domestic trade into two. One is retail trade. Okay. Here also very simple idea is hidden there. I will explain. So you tell what is retail trade in short. What is retail trade? retail trade na என்னன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? That is the simple idea hiding there. If you found, you can tell.
Purchasing goods and services.
Purchasing goods and services, right? But for final consumption. That's a very important in here, right? Retail trade means selling goods and services for final consumption, or buy goods and services for final consumption. That is retail trade. This final consumption is very important for this retail trade. They are not doing reselling. They are doing only final consumption, selling for final consumption, not to what? Not for reselling, right? The reselling is the what? Wholesale business. Reselling is the wholesale business or wholesale trade, right? We will see. First example, when a student buy the required exercise book from the school cooperative or from another trade shop, trader has carried out a retail sale, right? When you go and buy some goods in your near shop, that is retail. When you go to Food City or Love Super or any other supermarkets and you buy goods and services, that time that is known as what? Retail trade. Okay, next point. The person who carried out of retail trade is known as retailer. Sillare vyapari, right? The person who doing retail trade, the person known as retailer. At present, there are both large and small scale retail shops. You can tell Nirtika, what is the large scale retail shops? For an example,
Supermarkets.
yeah, supermarket. And small scale retail business shops. Your nearest shops. Your nearest shops, right? நீங்க பக்கத்துல இருக்கிற கடைக்கு போயிட்டு ஒரு சாமான் வாங்குறீங்களா, அந்த பக்கத்து கடை என்னவா இருக்கும்? That's a retail trade, right? Okay. You know? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Next topic is characteristics of retail trade. We can take this characteristic from these definitions, right? So only part you have to study definition, right? Or understand definition. After that, you can write easily these characteristics when asked the question in the paper, right? So first of all, here see, selling goods and services for final consumption, right? Already you know, no? This is the retail. So first characteristics is this. Second one, supplying required good in required quantities at the required time to consumers. When you need your product, that time you can buy. Every time you can buy. But every time you can buy, every quantity you can buy. What good you need, that time you go and buy in where? Retail trade shops, right? And also we have studied, right? We have studied closely proximate to consumers. Yes or no? Closely proximity to consumers, right? Your retail trade is near to your home, right? Don't need to go to long distance or town. You can get you want some what some milk powder. Where you go? Now you immediately want milk powder. What we do? What
Go
we
to
do?
the nearest shop.
Nearest shop. To buy. You need important. You need important and quickly you need. Now you need. So this retail trade, right? Closely proximity to consumers. right? Here some definitions I will told to you, right? Providing a variety of goods. When you go to the supermarket, you can see the huge amount of goods, not only huge amount, but also variety of goods, no? If you see the biscuit, you can get the cream biscuit, butter biscuit, sugar free biscuit, and also you want a milk powder, so that time you can see the non-fat anchor, children's pedia pro and anlin, and also nestamol, and different kind of goods you can see in where retail trades, right? These characteristics are very important when you differentiate what wholesale trade. அப்ப நீங்க ஹோல்சேல் ட்ரேடை நீங்க டிஃபரன்ஷியேட் பண்ணக்குள்ள இந்த ரீட்டைல் ட்ரேட்ல இருந்து இந்த கேரக்டரிஸ்டிக் என்னவா இருக்கும், வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்டா இருக்கும். சரிதானே? So therefore we are studying these characteristics in here, right? Next, what are the importance of retail trade? Simply you can tell. சும்மா நீங்க சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம். Importance of retail trade. Normally, what you study here and you can tell. நீங்க என்னத்தை படிச்சீங்க என்னதை வச்சு நார்மலா சொல்லுங்க, உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சது என்ன இம்பார்ட்டண்டா இருக்கும்.
We can buy things when we need.
Yes, when you need, that time you go and buy. We already studied, no? Every time we can here close proximity consumers. They say therefore we can buy good and services when we need. When we need, right? First is providing good and services to consumer to fulfill their daily needs and wants. Daily needs, no? You want tea. So to make tea, you want what? Milk powder. So daily need, you want to buy that milk powder. And also you want toothpaste, daily need. When you finish your what? The toothpaste, you go and buy quickly in your nearest shop, right? So daily need and wants, what fulfill their daily needs and wants, introducing new goods to consumer. Do I accept this statement, Nitika?
Yes, sir.
Introducing new good to consumer. How did you see that? பார்த்துருக்கிறீங்களா?
Yes, sir. When we ask for recommendation, they introduce us some new brands
New
and all.
products. Yeah, that is this, right? Okay. One, providing good on credit at times. This also accepted or not? Except no? When you go to the shop, not only one time but also every time, right? Continuously you're going to one shop, the person who identified you, right? This customer daily come to our shop, so therefore we will give a credit to purchase goods, right? You already know, no? Sometimes your mother and father also doing like this, right? So this is also the importance of retail trade. And fourth one is supporting to improve the quality of good by informing consumer feedback to producer. நீங்க யோசிச்சு பாருங்க, you have some problem about your good, right? That time you can go and tell to the producer of that good. You can, உங்களால முடியுமா? No, no. So therefore what you do, என்ன செய்வீங்க அந்த டைம்ல சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம். இப்போ நீங்க ஒரு சோப் ஒன்று பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்றீங்க, அந்த சோப்ட பேக்கேஜ் வந்து ஓப்பனா இருக்குது, what you do, என்ன செய்வீங்க?
We complain it about for the seller.
Yes, sell, no? உங்களால ப்ரொடியூசர்கிட்ட போயிட்டு சொல்லல அதுன்னு. You can't tell, no? So
No, sir.
therefore,
Yeah, you can.
supporting to improve the quality of good by informing consumer feedback to producer. The retail traders, what they tell your feedbacks, customers feedback to producer. You can't tell the any problem or feedback about that product to producers. So this is also the importance of trade, what trade, retail trade, right? Okay, here we can see some types of retail traders. At present, there are small scale retail trade as well as large scale retail traders. I already told you, no? So also you also know. Depending on their nature, they can be categorized as follows. First one, fixed large scale retail trade. This is a large scale, but that is fixed. Like for an example, supermarkets. And also fixed small scale retail trade. Small scale, but that is fixed. For an example, groceries, beauty salons, and then petrol sheds, right? And any examples? Fish selling shops, right? Lots of the examples we can take to fix at small scale retail trades, right? And also third one, small scale mobile retailers. Mobile retailers, இது சம்பந்தமா கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கிறீங்களா?
No, sir.
No, right? But you know, right? I know, you know what is small scale mobile retailers. இப்போ நான் சொல்றேன் பாருங்க. நீங்க வீட்டுல இருக்கிறீங்க, சரிதானே? ஃபிஷ் ஒன்னு விக்கிறதுக்கு ரோட்டால ஒரு அங்கிள் போறார். பட் யூ கேன் பை த ஃபிஷ் இன் மார்க்கெட், நோ? உங்களால மார்க்கெட்ல வாங்க இயலும். பட் த அங்கிள் ரோட்லால போயிட்டு இருப்பாரு, மீன் விக்கிறன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, இந்த மீன் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு, அந்த மீன்கள் வெரைட்டிஸ் சொல்லிட்டு ரோட்டால போவார். அது உங்களுக்கு தெரியுமா? You know,
Yes, sir.
right? Right. That is called as small scale mobile retailers. அவங்க தான் small scale mobile retailers ஆக இருக்க போறாங்க. But what you told in first time, you don't know about this matter, but you know. விளங்குதா? அப்ப உங்களுக்கு தெரியாதுதான் நீங்க சொல்லிட்டீங்க. பட் உங்களுக்கு அந்த விஷயம் தெரியும். பட் இதுதான் இதுன்னு தெரியாது. விளங்குதா? So these are
Yes,
the
sir.
very practical thing and life லைஃப் திங்ஸ் தான் இதுல இருக்குது, சரிதானே? வளமையா நடக்கிற விஷயங்கள் தான். பட் உங்களுக்கு இதுதான் இதுன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியாது. இங்க பாருங்க, ஃபார் an example, retailers selling goods by visiting houses. Sometime you know, உங்களுக்கு தெரியுமோ தெரியல, டிரெக்டா வந்துட்டு சில ப்ராடக்ட் அவங்கள்ட்ட விற்க வருவாங்க. we have some products, these are the features of this product. If you can get buy now, you can get some of us the for an example, mops or English books or any new products. Sometime வீட்டுக்கு அந்த டை கோட் எல்லாம் அடிச்சுட்டு வந்து விற்பாங்க என்ன. ஸோ அவங்களும் என்னது ஸ்மால் ஸ்கேல் மொபைல் ரீட்டைலர்ஸ். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ரீட்டைலர்ஸ் செல்லிங் குட் பை ட்ராவலிங் ஃப்ரம் fair to fair, right? Retailers selling goods by traveling, right, from fair to fair. And also mobile retail store built on vehicle. Sometime you can see some vehicles, சில vehicles வந்து ஒரே இடத்துல ஸ்பாட் ஆகி இருப்பாங்க, or அந்த வாகனம் மூலமா போவாங்க. you see, no, in bakeries, some bakeries providing the mobile services. They are going with their what three wheelers or truck they use, no? அதுவும் என்னது, அதுவும் mobile retailers இருக்கு, right? Now you're clear, no, what is retail trade, characteristics of retail trade, and also importance of retail trades, also what types of retail trade. அது okay தானே? Understood, no? Any doubts?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next topic is very important. I already told you some difference in features, characteristics, that is the wholesale trade, right? Wholesale trade என்ன நீங்க என்னத்த நினைக்கிறீங்க? I already told the retail trade means what? Selling good for final consumption, Then what is wholesale trade?
Buying things for huge amount and reselling them.
Yes, here purpose of reselling is called as what? Wholesale trade. Purchase of good with the purpose. What purpose? For reselling, not the final selling. Right? You sell to your buyer. That buyer finally sell to their customers. Right? So here I can draw one thing. One is the wholesaler, WS. Wholesaler sell to whom? Sell to whom? ആർക്ക് വിപ്പാർ ഇവര്? റീറ്റെയിൽ
The
സെല്ലർ.
customer.
Retail
Okay.
seller. Our retail seller க்கு விற்பனை செய்வார். For what? What the purpose? To reselling, no? To reselling. Right. Reseller என்ன செய்வாரு? யாருக்கு ப்ராடக்ட் விற்பாரு? The purpose they are selling good and services for final consumption to who? யாருக்கு?
The customers.
To your customers. Customers. Right? This is a short thing. If you want, you can write this. First of all, wholesaler. The wholesaler selling this their good and services to who? The retail seller. The retail seller sell their good and services to final consumption to the customers, their customers. Right? This is a simple map, right? Okay. அப்ப அடுத்தது பாருங்க, இதுல சொல்லப்பட்டிருக்கிற விஷயத்தை நாங்க வாசிச்சிட்டோம். Right? And also a seller who engages in wholesale trading activities is known as wholesaler. மொத்த வியாபாரி, wholesaler. Person who are doing retail business, they are known as what? Who? Retailers. And wholesale traders means they are doing reselling business. The persons who doing wholesale business, they are known as wholesalers. Example, selling 50 kilograms of rice to a retailer, and also selling a stock of cement to a contractor to contract a building. When you do some projects to build your own house, that time some contractors they buy a huge amount of cements, huge amounts of rocks, huge amounts of what steels to build a house. That time they are purchasing that wholesale, right? So that is also wholesale trade. Right here, characteristics of wholesale trade. You can read. First of all, you can read. After I will ask some questions. You can you want to tell the answer. First of all, 1 2 3 4 5 இருக்குது. இதை read பண்ணுங்க பாப்போம்.
Purchasing goods for the purpose of reselling, often selling large quantities of goods in one transaction, selling a few selected items. Unit selling price is relatively low, providing trade discounts, reducing a certain percentage from the list price of goods in a sale.
ஓகே. ஸோ இதை வச்சுக்கொண்டு உங்களால டிஃபரன்ஷியேட் பண்ண முடியுமா ரீட்டைல் அண்ட் ஹோல்சேல்? ஓனா சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம். The difference between wholesale and retail?
In retail, we buy for final consumption, but for the wholesale, we buy for the purpose of reselling.
Yes, very good.
And for retail, the unit price would be high, but as we are buying a huge amount in wholesale, they reduce the unit price.
Yes, because of you are buying a huge amount of products, no?
Huge.
Large quantities.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and in retail, there are variety of choices for us to choose, but in
Yes.
wholesale, there will be a few selected items.
Sure. Yes, 100%. Okay.
In retail, we buy small amounts of goods in one transaction, but in wholesale, we buy large quantities of goods.
So therefore you can get some what?
Discounts?
Discounts. Right. Thank you so much. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെയാണ് വിഷയങ്ങൾ தான் different. So you don't need to what? പാഠമാக்க വേണ്ടിയ അവசியமில்லைதானே? പാഠമാക്കணுமா? Understand
Sorry?
also. இப்போ நான் கேட்கிறேன், இவ்வளவு விஷயத்தையும் நீங்க பாடமாக்கி வச்சிருக்கணுமா?
No, sir.
No. Generally things, these are the general things, no? So you have not only when you do when you understand these things, you don't need to read everything and you don't need to memorize everything, no? When they ask the question, you know real life, this is the thing, so you can write your own writing. You don't need to read every paragraph, every sentence, every word each of அடிச்சான் கோபின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. So that's a you no need to do like that, right? You easily can understand and you answer every questions, right? இப்போ நான் உங்கள்கிட்ட கேட்ட கொஸ்டனை தான் இவர் என்ன செஞ்சிருப்பாருண்டா கீழே வரக்குள்ள பிரிச்சு தந்திருப்பார். Here நீங்க சொன்ன எல்லா விஷயமும் இதுல இருக்குதான்னு ஒருக்கா செக் பண்ணி கொள்ளுங்க பாப்போம். Have or not?
Yeah.
That's all. Right, that's all. Right, here also the differences between the retail trade and a wholesale trade, right? This is a simple thing, right? இதுல கொஞ்சம் சொல்லி இருக்கிறார், நீங்க சொன்ன விஷயம் தான். இதுல நாங்க இவ்வளவுக்கு நின்று படிச்சுட்டு மினக்கட வேண்டிய அவசியம் கிடையாது. So shall we move to next topic?
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. International trade. What is international trade? நீங்க என்ன அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கீங்க? What is international trade? Don't see this.
Buying things from other countries.
Not only buy. What is trade?
Both
We
buying
already
and
studied.
selling.
Yes, here you can see trade, no? So trade means not only sell but also purchase. Both things are ongoing in this process. So therefore, what is the definition of international trade, Nithika?
The trade carried out between two or more countries in order
Yes.
to fulfill the needs of a country.
Yes. Right? When you do the domestic trade, that is within a country, no? But this is the apart from your country. You are doing your business between the two or more countries. That is the international trade. Both domestic and international products are required because a country is not self-sufficient with the goods and services required. So why we do the international trade, Nirtika? Because some goods and services, right, not self-sufficient, therefore we do what? International trade. So purpose of international trade is, right here, both in domestic and international products are required because a country is not sufficient with the good and services required. For an example, you can buy this product in another country, but you can't produce this product in your country. What product? Some examples or one example. Can you buy can you produce the petrol in your Sri Lanka? Can petrol உங்களோட ஸ்ரீலங்கால உற்பத்தி செய்யலுமா? Can't, no? Therefore you are import petrol from your another country, that is where UAE or Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, right? And also in their countries they can't buy or they can't produce the huge amount of water. So therefore what they do, they import water to their countries. So this is international trade for purpose, not self-sufficient with goods and services, right? Goods and services. And also further, a country also need to sell its excess production to other countries. Not only sufficient, but also what? Excess of production. இப்போ உங்களுடைய கண்ட்ரியில நீங்க அதிகமாக ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணிட்டீங்க, ப்ரொடக்ஷனை செஞ்சிட்டீங்கன்னா when what you do?
We can send them to other countries.
Other countries. அப்ப நீங்க அதை போயிட்டு குப்பையில போடுவீங்களா, கார்பேஜ் பேக்ல போடுவீங்களா? எக்ஸ்ட்ரா எக்ஸீடட்
No, sir.
production இல்ல, those are waste. No, those therefore we export the excess production to other countries. Hence almost all the countries are engaged in what? International trade. So in here we can understood what are the two purpose of international trade, Niftika. One is
Import trade and exporting trade.
no. I asked you what is the purpose. What is the purpose? One is self-sufficient with goods and services. Second one is excess production. These two are the
Okay, sir.
purpose of international trade. இந்த ரெண்டு காரணத்தாலையும் தான் இன்டர்நேஷனல் ட்ரேட் நடக்குது. ஒன்று எங்கிட்ட வந்து ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு தேவையான பொருள் ஒரு இன்கிரீடியன்ட் இல்ல. செகண்ட் ஒன் எங்கள்கிட்ட எக்ஸஸ் ஆன கூட்ஸ் இருக்குது. இந்த ரெண்டு ரீசன்னாலையும் தான் நாங்க என்ன செய்யறோம்? இன்டர்நேஷனல் ட்ரேட் ஒரு விஷயத்த கொண்டு வரோம். Right. This international trade categorized of categorized to two. One is import trade. Second one is export trade. We already studied, no? What is imported trade? What is export trade? நீங்களே சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம். What is import trade and what is export trade? In short,
Importing trade means getting things from other countries to our country.
Okay.
And exporting trade is we sell goods for other countries from our
Yes.
country.
Yes. Selling Sri Lanka tea to European countries, selling Sri Lanka apparel products to European countries. And also import means purchasing crude oil from Middle East countries. I already told, no? And also purchasing automobile from India or China or any other countries. That is importing trade. These are the very simple things. So you can shortlist some things to to memorize something, or you recap something. What are the points, main points we have studied? நீங்க மெமரைஸ் பண்றதுக்கு அல்லது ரிகேப் பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு ஷார்ட் லிஸ்ட் ஒன்று சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம், நாங்க படிச்ச விஷயத்தை. First of all, what is trade? First of all, what is trade?
Definition of trade.
Yes, first of all, definition of trade. Second one, types of trade.
Two types of trade.
One is domestic, second one is international. In domestic trade, what we learn?
Domestic trade are the trade occurring among one country within a country.
That is the definition we already know. So first of all, what is domestic trade? Second one,
types of domestic trade.
Also, okay. And also characteristics of retail trade. What is retail trade and characteristics of retail trade, and importance of retail trade. Types of retail traders. That is, we already studied trade. This is traders, not இது பண்ணிக்க கூடாது, குழப்பிக்க கூடாது, right? This is traders. Types of retail traders. முதல்ல என்ன படிச்சோம்? Types of retail trade. What are the types of retail trade? One is retail
domestic
trade. No, domestic trade. Sorry, not retail trade. The domestic trade. are the different between types of domestic trade? One is retail trade and wholesale trade. No. After that,
Yes,
we
sir.
have studied what is retail trade and characteristics of retail trade, and also importance of retail trade, and also types of retailers, right? After that, we moved to wholesale trade. What is wholesale trade and characteristics of wholesale trade, and also most important part in here, very important part, what are the difference between wholesale trade and retail trade? That is the very important question they will ask in the question paper. They know question to you, what is retail, what is wholesale trade. Sometime maybe they will ask, but very important question is characteristics or different between retail and wholesale trade, right? This table is very important. No need to read, but you have understood. Another part is international trade, that is going to categorize. One is import trade and export trade. That is a very simple. When we do the export, that is or we sell the goods for foreign countries, or many countries, that is the that is export. When we bring good from the foreign countries or countries to this country, that is known as import trade. Not that each point சில சில அந்த இம்பார்ட்டன்டான தலைப்புகளை நீங்க பாயிண்ட் பண்ணி வச்சீங்கன்னு சொன்னால் உங்களுக்கு மெமரைஸ் பண்றதுக்கு, ரிகேப் பண்றதுக்கு ஈஸியாக இருக்கும். ஓகே, right? Can we do this activity, Nirtika? Can we do for knowledge?
Okay, sir.
Quickly we do this, right? And answer this. What is a first statement and true or false? Read and answer quickly.
Purchasing of exercise books by a school cooperative shop to sell to students is a transaction relevant for retail trade.
True or false?
It's true.
Okay, thank you.
Selling ready-made garments manufactured in Sri Lanka to foreign countries is an example for export trade. It's true.
True. Okay.
Selling required goods for the daily needs of consumers in required quantities is a characteristic of wholesale trade. It's false.
False. Okay.
Buying required milk powder, fuel, etc. for our country from foreign countries is an example for import trade. It's true.
True. Okay.
The difference between retail trade and wholesale trade lies in the purpose of purchase. Yeah, it's true.
It's true. It's true.
Retailer often has direct contact with the customers. It's false.
Why?
Oh.
Retailer often has direct contract with the customer or consumers. Yes or no? நீங்க கடைக்கு போறீங்க, உங்களுக்கு ஏதோ பிரச்சனை இருக்குது, நீங்க டைரக்டா அவங்ககிட்ட ப்ரொடியூசர்கிட்ட சொல்லுவீங்களா, இல்லை ரீட்டைலர் சொல்லுவீங்களா, ஒரு ஹோல்சேலர்? ரிட்டைலருக்கு தானே சொல்லுவீங்க உங்களுக்கு எதுவும் பிரச்சனை இருந்ததுண்டா. டைரக்ட் கண்டெக்ட் வந்து கன்சியூமர்ஸோட retailer-க்கு தான் இருக்கும்.
Yes,
Customer
sir.
or consumer. So this is a what? True. Seventh one.
The wholesale price of goods is often higher than the retail price. The unit price will be lower.
Don't see that.
So
அதை பார்க்க வேணாம். அவர் என்ன சொல்றாருண்டா ரீட்டைல் பிரைஸை விட ஹோல்சேல்ல பிரைஸ் கூடயா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்றார். The wholesale price of good is often higher than retail price. Higher than retail price, huh? No, no.
no, sir.
அப்ப எங்க கூடுதலா இருக்கும் விலை? ஒப்பிடக்குள்ள ரீட்டைலை விட ஹோல்சேல்ல குறைவா தான் இருக்குமே தவிர not higher than retail is a false statement. இப்ப சிக்ஸ்த் வந்து உங்களுக்கு விளங்கிட்டா ஏதாவது கன்ஃபியூஷன் இருக்கா?
Okay, விளங்கிச்சு sir.
Okay. Eighth one.
Selling rubber manufactured in Sri Lanka to China and bringing in Chinese machinery is an example for export trade.
Selling rubber manufactured in Sri Lanka to China and bring in Chinese machinery is an example for export trade. Selling rubber manufactured in Sri Lanka. Selling rubber manufactured in Sri Lanka is export. China, that this is export. And இதுவும் bring in Chinese machinery is an example for export. Then ரெண்டையும் சொல்லி கேட்கிறார். end போட்டிருக்காரு தானே. This is a very important. இப்ப இங்க both ரெண்டுமே எக்ஸ்போர்ட் ஆன்னு சொல்லி கேட்கிறார். But இங்க பார்க்க வேண்டியது selling rubber manufactured in the Sri Lanka to China, this is export trade. Bring in Chinese machinery is an example for export trade. import. வெளிநாட்டுல இருந்து இறக்குமதி செய்றீங்க. இது வந்து எக்ஸ்போர்ட்டா இருக்கலாம், பட் இது வந்து import. That is not example for export. That is example for import. விளங்குதா? அல்லது export and import ன்னு சொல்லிருக்கு. Sorry, export and import ன்னு சொல்லிருக்கோம். Therefore, this statement is but false, no? Right. Confusion இருக்கா இல்லையே? Because here அவர் ரெண்டு இது endன்றதை யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்காரு. அப்ப இதுவும் சொல்லி ரெண்டையும் கேட்கறதுனால தனியா இது மட்டும் தானே சொல்லல. Because of that statement, this statement is false. Right. 9th one.
The retail trade involves a variety of goods, whereas wholesale trade involves a limited types of goods, is true.
Very true, right.
In our country, both retail trade and wholesale trade exist is also true.
True. That's all. Thank you. Right. Main part in under our topic, that is supporting services. இப்போ நான் உங்கள்ட்ட கேட்க வேண்டியது இவ்வளவு பார்த்த வரைக்கும் டவுட்ஸ் இருக்குதா? Any doubts you have, you can ask.
No, sir.
No. If you have any doubts, you can ask, right? When you see our recordings for after 2 months, that time sometime you get any doubts, you can ask. சம்டைம் ஏதாவது டவுட் இருந்தா நீங்க ரெக்கார்டிங்ஸ் பார்க்கக்கூடிய மாதிரி இருக்கலாம். அந்த டைம் நீங்க மறந்துருப்பீங்கன்னா மறக்காத அளவுக்கு நான் உங்களுக்கு ஈச் பை ஈச் நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லி தருவேன். பட் இஃப் சம்டைம் யூ மறந்துட்டீங்கன்னு சொன்னால் யூ கேன் ஆஸ்க், ரைட்? டோன்ட் ஃபியர் ஆர் ஃப்ரெண்ட்லியா பேசலாம், ரைட்? எந்தவித பயமும் பட தேவையில்லை. ஓகே, ஹியர் சப்போர்ட்டிங் சர்வீசஸ் நான் ஆல்ரெடி உங்களுக்கு சொல்லி தந்திருக்கேன். வாட் இஸ் சப்போர்ட்டிங் சர்வீசஸ் இன் யுவர் லாங்குவேஜ்? when you are on சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம்.
Helping the business sellers to sell goods.
Yeah, but I already told in simple matter, when you do the trade, that time these supporting services help you to improve your trade. So okay, இதுல நான் வாசிய கூட உங்களுக்கு விளங்கும் பாருங்க. Businesses engaging in producing and distributing goods and services required by the humans. Business organization require the support of different services in order to conduct business operations successfully. Right? Business organization required to support of different services in order to conduct the business operation successfully. These facilitating services are known as supporting services. When you do the business, that time some services are very helpful to do your business effectively and efficiently. That supporting services are known as, or that services are known as supporting services. For an example, நான் இவடத்தை எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்றேன். நீங்க ஒரு 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 வணிகம் ஒன்றை நடத்திட்டு வாரீங்க. You are doing one business. That time you are doing the transaction in your bank, right? Not a direct cash flow. You are doing your business business transaction within your by your bank. That time you can get the banking services, no? So that banking services known as supporting services. Not only that, when you do your business, that time you're doing the wholesale business, your retailer is orders some products to you, but your company is situated in your town, but your retail shop in the area that is the small village. That time how the products are how the wholesale sell the products. They use some transportation to sell their products, no? So that transportation service is also the supporting services. இப்ப விளங்குதா? Not only that, when you're doing the business, that time your products are over in your warehouse. That time you call to your producer and after you order your products. That time you use the phone call. That phone call is the communication. So communication services also the supporting services. இப்ப நாங்க இத பிரீஃபா சொன்னதுனால உங்களுக்கு குயிக்கா விளங்கிட்டுதான் இல்லையா?
Yes, sir.
So these are the simple thing. We no need to read everything. These are the very, very, very lifestyle thing we are studying. So no need to memorize. No need to memorize. You can tell your flow, inflow. உங்களோட ஃப்ளோவில் நீங்கள் என்ன சொல்லிட்டு போகலாம் பட் இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங் இன் யோர் சரௌண்டிங். உங்களோட சரௌண்டிங்கில் என்ன நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்குது என்ற அடிப்படையில் யூ கேன் டெல் எவ்ரி திங் பிகாஸ் ஆல் ஆர் த பிஸ்னஸ். உங்களோட சரௌண்டிங்கில் நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிற எல்லாமே எவ்ரி திங் ஆர் பிஸ்னஸ் ட்ரேட். ஸோ யூ கேன் டெல் எவ்ரி த திங்ஸ் and you can see what you see. You can get the example for when you studying. அப்ப நீங்க ஸ்டடி பண்ணக்குள்ள என்னத்தை நீங்க பாக்குறீங்களோ அதை எல்லாத்தையும் நீங்க என்ன செய்யலாம், எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸாக எடுத்துக்கொள்ள முடியும். அப்ப சப்போர்ட்டிங் சர்வீஸ் என்னன்னு விளங்கிட்டுதா?
Yes, sir.
Right. Here, among the different supporting services available, the following selected supporting services are to be discussed. So, many services are there, but in your syllabus, we have to study banking service and insurance services and communication services and transportation services. But many services are there, but in your syllabus, 4 services, right? First of all, banking services, right? இதை வாசிங்க பாப்போம்.
The services offered by the banks to businessmen to conduct their business activities successfully are known as banking services. The development in the banking sector today has immensely influenced on the success of business. Among the different types of banking existing today, the supporting services provided by the commercial banks will only be discussed below.
Right. So supporting services, banking service பொறுத்தளவுல we can say many things. If you go to the A levels, you will study. But in here, by commercial bank will only be discussed below. இப்போ இங்க நாங்க பிலோவா பார்த்தோம்னு சொன்னா கமர்ஷியல் பேங்க் சம்பந்தமாக மட்டும்தான் பார்க்க போறோம். கமர்ஷியல் பேங்க்ஸ்னு சொன்னா நீங்க நினைக்க கூடாது உங்களோட ஹோம் டவுன்ல இருக்கிற கமர்ஷியல் பேங்க் உண்டு. தட் இஸ் a brand name. Here commercial banks mean வர்த்தக வங்கி அல்லது வணிக வங்கி. விளங்கிச்சா? This is not a commercial bank private limited. இது commercial bank கிடையாது. அதாவது இது வந்து பிராண்ட் நேம் இல்ல, நீங்க உங்களோட ஊர்ல இருக்கிற கமர்ஷியல் பேங்க் இல்ல. இது இந்த கமர்ஷியல் பேங்க்ஸ் என்று சொல்றது வணிக வங்கிகள், அதாவது வணிக நடவடிக்கைகளுக்காக இருக்கக்கூடிய வங்கிகள். விளங்கிச்சுதா? அண்டர்ஸ்டுட்? நோ?
Yes, sir.
ஓகே, அதுல கிளியரா இருந்தீங்கன்னா சரி. ரைட். Here definition, commercial banks are the institutes providing various bank services while maintaining current accounts and other accounts. அப்ப commercial bank என்னையா? Providing various banking services while maintaining current accounts and other accounts. What is current accounts? Current account என்ன? Have you know? தெரியுமா?
Yes, sir, but I don't know how to explain.
Right, I will tell you. When you do your business, that time you can use your what? Online banking transaction. And also you can use your credit debit cards. And also you can use your own money. And also you can use your check also. So when a business using to transaction by their what? Checks, that time you have to maintain a current account in any commercial banks, right? அப்ப நீங்க உங்களோட பிசினஸ் டிரான்சாக்ஷனை நீங்க செக் ஊடாக நீங்க மேற்கொள்வீங்களாக இருந்தா, செக் மீன்ஸ் காசோலை ஊடாக நீங்க மேற்கொள்வீங்களா இருந்தா, அந்த காசோலையை நீங்க வச்சு கொள்ளணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அதுக்காக நீங்க மெயின்டைன் பண்ண வேண்டிய ஒரு அக்கௌண்ட் தான் கரண்ட் அக்கௌண்ட். இப்ப எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுங்க பாப்போம். What is current account?
If you are conducting a business using checks, if the transactions are done using checks, then we have to maintain a current account.
In any commercial banks.
Commercial
Very
banks.
important, commercial. Only you can maintain a current account in commercial banks. You can't use current account in any other banks. Only you can maintain your current account in commercial banks only, right? Because they are only providing current account service, right? So current account oda சேர்த்து other accounts இன்னும் சொல்றாரு. So உங்களுக்கு வேற என்ன accounts இருக்கும்னு சொல்லி ஐடியா இருக்குதா? Any ideas? Not only current accounts, but also other accounts. Right. Here we can maintain the 3 accounts in commercial banks. One is saving account. Fixed account. There's a நிலையான வைப்பு நாங்க செய்யக்கூடிய நிலையான வைப்பு கணக்கு. And also current account. நடைமுறை கணக்கு. Current account நடைமுறை கணக்குன்னு சொல்லுவோம். So 3 accounts we can maintain in commercial banks. Right. We will study, don't worry. அதென்ன ஒவ்வொன்றும் என்ன கணக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நாங்க இங்க பின்னாடி படிப்போம். நான் உங்களுக்கு ஏர்லியா சொல்லிக் கொள்றேன். ஏன் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா ஒன்று வரணும்னால. அப்போ ஒரு கமர்ஷியல் பேங்க்ல என்னென்ன அக்கௌண்ட் 3 இருக்கும்? உண்டு
savings account,
second one
fixed account,
and third one current account ன்னு சொல்லக்கூடிய 3 கணக்கு வகைகள் இருக்கும். Right. These are also known as the licensed commercial banks due to the fact that they are operated under the license issued from the Commercial Bank of Sri Lanka. So what is the another name of commercial banks?
Licensed
commercial banks. To what? Why we tell like this? Because they are operating under
a license issued
from the Central Bank of Sri
the
Lanka.
Central Bank of Sri Lanka.
Right. They are the number of services offered by these banks to customers. Among them, the following supporting services offered by the commercial banks are discussed below. One is the service related to the deposits. ஸோ நம்ம ஏற்கனவே சொல்லிட்டோம் டிபாசிட் சம்பந்தமாக 3 அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் இருக்குன்ட்டு அதான் நாங்கள் இங்கே படிக்க போகிறோம். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ செகண்ட் ஒன் சர்வீசஸ் ரிலேட்டட் டு எலக்ட்ரானிக் கேஷ், கிரெடிட் கார்டு, டெபிட் கார்டு, அந்த விஷயங்கள் பார்க்க போகிறோம். So first of all, services related to the deposits. The commercial banks maintain various deposit accounts in order to provide an opportunity for the businesses to deposit their excesses money and facilitate their business transactions. This is a small introduction, right? That is not important for us. This is a very important for us. Already I told, no? Different types of deposit accounts are the following. One is saving accounts, fixed deposits or fixed deposit accounts, and also current accounts. 3 accounts we can maintain in where? In where?
In a commercial bank.
In only commercial banks. Right. First of all, what is savings account? இவ்வளவுத்தையும் வாசிச்சு போட்டு எனக்கு சமரியை மட்டும் சொல்லுங்க. Please tell summary. Very important.
Savings account can be opened individually or jointly.
Okay.
And then we can deposit money and withdraw money at any time.
Yeah, that is the very important point. நீங்க முதல் சொன்ன point is a what? One of the service under this saving account. But what is saving? When asking the question what is saving accounts, you have to write, right? We have to write individual. Any individual can deposit money and withdraw money at any time from these accounts. That's a very important. You can't take money or withdraw from fixed account anytime. And also current accounts also. But you can withdraw money at any time from what account? Saving accounts. The bank pay an interest at the certain rate for this account. This is a feature of this account, right? When you put the when you maintain serving accounts in your in any commercial bank, that time you can get a small amount of interest, right? You can see in your passbooks. உங்களுக்கு பாஸ்புக் இருக்கும், அந்த பாஸ்புக்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஹெட் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கு மாதா மாதம். So it is a small percentage, not a big percentage, right? Serving accounts can be opened individually or jointly. If you are an individual person, you can open individually. If you run any small organization, right, here in your schools, sometime maybe they have a serving account. That time only principal can't access the account, right? Principal ஆல மட்டும் access பண்ண முடியாது. They have a joint account. How? Principal and vice principal, the person they are connected and open but joint account. That time if you want to make any transaction, that time bank ask the what on the joint account la both persons, they want to authorize any what documents. If one person authorize the document, they not accept, right? So therefore the both persons want to authorize any what documents. So that is the joint account அப்படினு சொல்லுவாங்க. If some organizations are maintain that joint account, right? Today commercial banks have introduced the different specialized saving accounts under the different names other than the normal saving accounts. The சில பேங்க்ஸை பார்த்தீங்கள் என்றால் சில சேவிங் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸுக்கு சில நேம்ஸ் வச்சிருப்பாங்க. ஃபார் அன் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இங்க பாருங்க, தனயோஜன சேவிங் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ், saving accounts for women's, senior citizens accounts 18+, right? அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரி வனிதா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு பீப்புள்ஸ் பேங்க்ல இருக்கு, பெண்களுக்கான சேமிப்பு, உமன் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் இருக்கும், சேவிங் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் ஒவ்வொரு நேம்ல இருக்கும், டிஃப்ரெண்ட் நேம்ஸ் மேபி தே ஆர், ரைட்? Here opening a saving account would provide various advantage for both businesses and individuals. Given below are the such advantages. What advantages? One, receiving the security for money. Why Niratika? Why we study or we can see this sentence? Why? In security money இருக்கும்னு சொல்றோம் in saving account.
Because
right, for an example, you want to buy a product from Colombo, you are in Gampaha, right? So you are telling to your seller, I will come and buy this product, right? That person also agreed to that, right? Agree to that. So that time you are traveling from your hometown Gampaha to Colombo. That time you are carry your what money also. Sometimes maybe that money what sometime missed, sometime robbed by robbers. Maybe that will happen, no? So therefore when you make or when you maintain the saving account, that time you maintain your cash flow in your accounts, so you don't need to carry money in your hand. உங்களோட கையில இருந்து காசை பயன்படுத்த வேண்டிய அவசியம் இருக்காது. ஸோ அதனால பேங்க்லயே காசு இருக்குன்றதுனால பட் receiving security for money. Understood?
yes, sir.
Okay. Second one, earning an interest income. We already we have studied, right? Second and third one, ability to deposit or withdrawal money at any time. That is the feature of this saving account. Ability to transaction via automated teller machine, ATM machine. You can do, no? You can withdraw your cash at any time through your automated teller machine. And also nowadays you can deposit any money, no? So in CDM machine, that machine is called as CDM machine, cash deposit machine. In here we are seeing the saving account, so no need any accounts to deposit, so therefore we no need to include here, right? That CDM machine. After, ability to pay using debit cards. Upper, when you maintain but saving account, you can get that two items. One is passbook, second one is debit card. அப்ப நீங்க சேவிங் அக்கௌண்ட் ஒன்று திறந்த உடனே உங்களுக்கு என்ன தருவான்? ஒன் இஸ் வாட்? பாஸ்புக், அதாவது உங்களுக்கான புக் தருவான். ரெண்டாவது டெபிட் கார்டு வேணுமெண்டா டெபிட் கார்டு ஒன்றும் தருவான். அந்த டெபிட் கார்டு ஃபீச்சர்ஸ் என்னன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஆஃப்டர் வி வில் லேர்ன், ரைட்? Opening a saving account. Opening a saving account. When we go to the commercial bank to open a new saving account, that time you have to follow some things to open a new account. Nowadays it is very easy because there are you can see many advanced things, so they will give services fastly and quickly, right? Former days, this is the procedure, but nowadays that is very easy. But they will ask the question how to open a saving account. That time you want to write like points type. First of all, the process of opening a saving accounts is very simple. Is simple nowadays, very simple, right? In order to open a saving account, is required to the submit a duly completed saving account, mandate of the bank, deposit slip, know your customer, KYC, know your customer form, and the text declaration from along with the national identity card. In addition, it required a deposit the minimum amount recommended by the bank or any amount greater than that. When all these requirements are fulfilled, the bank issue the passbook for the saving account holders. Right? Deposits, withdrawals are the balance are recorded in this passbook. Right? Have you got the idea?
Yes,
First of
sir.
all, complete saving account mandate of the bank. Second one, deposit slip, and also no KYC form, and also text declaration form. These are the very important. Also with the national identity card. In addition, if they require to deposit the minimum amount recommended by the bank or any amount greater than that, you want to give when you open your saving accounts. When all the requirements are fulfilled, the bank issue what? Passbook, right? They provide passbook, and also they provide if you ask, they will give what? Debit card or
Debit
ATM
card.
card. Yes. And also the deposit and withdrawals and balance are recorded in the passbook, right? Okay, that is the saving account. Saving account. So what is the idea for saving account? What is the idea?
We can deposit and withdraw money at any time.
Anytime, right? Here, next one, fixed deposit. What is fixed deposit? Read and tell short. What is the difference?
Fixed deposits are maintained for a certain time period,
Okay.
and it's important to deposit excess money, and it's a safe investment opportunity.
Okay. Here, one of the thing not mentioned, I think, only you can deposit for certain period. You can't withdraw anytime, right? You can see no here. நீங்க விரும்பின
Yes,
நேரத்துல
sir.
withdrawal பண்ணிக்கொள்ளலாம் சேவிங் அக்கவுண்ட்ல, but you can't withdraw your amount, right? A certain period of time in what? Fixed deposit. இந்த certain timeக்குள்ள நீங்க என்ன செய்யலாது? உங்களுடைய withdraw பண்ணிக்கொள்ள முடியாது. You're using this fixed deposit as a safe investment opportunity, right? So here, what is the definition is the deposit that are maintained for the certain time period at the certain interest rate are known as fixed deposit. This is the fixed. This deposit system is important as a way to deposit excess money and the safe investment opportunity. There are several characteristics of the fixed deposit. They are, right? Okay, first one, maintaining the deposit for the certain period of time, right? Certain period of time, and also varying interest rate depending on the amount deposited and the deposit period, right? They are required two things to give interest rates, right? One is amount and second one is deposit period. So they see these two things and they will give the interest rate to you. This depends on the deposit amount and deposit period. This is varying, right? Interest Rate is varying. Receiving relatively higher interest rate compared to normal saving accounts. This is a difference between the saving account and what? Fixed deposit, right? A certain percentage of the fixed deposit can be obtained as a loan by providing the fixed deposit as a collateral. A certain percentage of the fixed deposit can be obtained as the loan by the providing the fixed deposit as the collateral. And also interest will be accumulated monthly at maturity of a person the agreed terms. If you want monthly, they will put monthly in your account. You can't withdraw, but you can see in your account transaction when you get the what fixed deposit statement, right, end of the month. Bank giving a certificate mentioning the details such as the deposit date, deposit amount, and the maturity date. They give the certificate of fixed deposit. When you open the saving account, they will give or they will provide passbook. When you open the fixed deposit in commercial bank, they will provide the certificate, fixed deposit certificate. அதாவது நிலையான வைப்பு சான்றிதழ்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு certificate ஒன்று உங்களுக்கு தருவாங்க. Then
Excuse
you
me,
can
sir.
say,
Sir, what's maturity date?
Maturity date. They're giving the certificate mentioning the details such as the deposit date, deposit amount, and maturity date என்று சொல்றதுன்னு சொன்னா எப்ப உங்களோட அக்ரிமெண்ட் வந்து எண்ட் ஆகுது, ரைட்? அந்த
Okay, sir.
அக்ரிமெண்ட் வந்து எப்போ எண்ட் ஆகுது, அதே மாதிரி எப்போ நீங்க டிபாசிட் பண்ணினீங்க, அந்த டிபாசிட் அமௌண்ட் எவ்வளோ, மெச்சூரிட்டி டேட்னா எப்போ உங்களோட வந்து முறிவடையுது, அந்த அந்த தமிழ்ல சொல்றேன்னா முறிவடைகிறது, அல்லது அந்த உங்களோட அக்ரிமெண்ட் வந்து அந்த டேட்டோட முடிஞ்சிடும். எண்ட் டேட் வச்சுக்கொள்ளுங்க. மெச்சூரிட்டி டேட் மீன்ஸ் எண்ட் டேட். Fixed deposit
Okay,
agreement
sir.
end date and maturity date, right? Here I am asking one question: what are the difference between the fixed and saving account? Only two or three. If you can four, you can
In
tell.
in fixed account, we get high interest rate compared to savings account.
Yeah, very important is compare, right? Compare. Okay.
And we can't access fixed account at any time we want.
Yeah.
Um,
One and extra one. Right. When you open saving account, they will give passbook. In here, fixed deposit certificate.
Yeah.
Right. These are the difference between fixed deposit and saving, right? Here also some activities is there, so you can do and you will send to me, right? செஞ்சு எனக்கு அனுப்பி விடுங்க, நான் பார்த்துக்கொள்கிறேன். நாங்கள் இப்போ ஃபிக்ஸட் டிபாசிட்டை எப்படி நாங்கள் ஓப்பன் பண்ணுறது அப்படின்றத நம்ம இன்னைக்கு பார்ப்போம். அந்த விஷயத்தை பார்த்துட்டு நம்ம கிளாஸை எண்ட் பண்ணுவோம். பிகாஸ் மெனி திங்ஸ் வி ஹாவ் ஸ்டடிட், ஸோ சம்டைம் யூ confused, you will be confused, right? So therefore I will end opening a fixed deposit மட்டும் பார்த்துருவோம் எப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. Likewise that same procedure, ரைட், நீங்க எப்படி நீங்க உங்களோட சேவிங் அக்கௌண்ட்ல பாத்தீங்களோ likewise தான் இது இருக்க போகுது. ஸோ பாருங்க, when opening the fixed deposit, duly complete the fixed deposit mandate, right? Here mandate, fixed deposit mandate, deposit the slip, KYC form and tax declaration form should be the submitted along with the national identity card to be to the bank. When all these requirements are fulfilled, the bank issues a deposit certificate to the customers. What deposit certificate? Fixed deposit certificate, right? These are the two accounts maintaining in commercial banks. After that, we will learn what is the current account and how to open current account, and also what is a check, how we use the check, and how to draw a check, right? Everything we will learn. Now, இன்னைக்கு படிச்சதுல ஏதாவது ஈச் ஒரு டவுட் இருந்தா கூட நீங்க என்கிட்ட கேட்கலாம், அல்லது எவ்வளவு டவுட் இருந்தாலும் என்கிட்ட கேட்கலாம். எனி கன்ஃபியூஷன்ஸா இருந்தாலும் கேட்கலாம்.
No, sir.
No. Okay, thank you so much to your silence, patience, and everything. Thank you so much.